Oh, we are so back. Here we are. It has been a while. Last week was the week of Thanksgiving, which meant I had work off, and I decided not to stream last week in order to spend more time with friends and family. And yesterday I had some work-related stuff to take care of that kept me from streaming on my usual schedule. But here we are, back to roughly normal, and boy, howdy, am I tired. Hello, everybody. Thank you for clicking on me. My name is Vorlex. Some people call me Lex, which is fine. I welcome that. Good evening, Coco. Good to see you again. Welcome. I just got home from my day job as a high school math teacher, and I am ready to relax. Work has been quite busy. Obviously not last week because I had the whole week off to observe Thanksgiving. I'm very grateful for that, of course. But now that we've returned to school, it's been a real doozy. Today I would like to relax in the way that I have been on stream for several weeks at this point, and that is by playing Pokemon Elite Redux. Because I am a public teacher, I believe that there is some value in having some disclaimers. Those are on screen right now. They may or may not actually be important, but I feel it's important to have them. I do not remember where we were in this run. When was I last time on my runs? I think you were talking about normal. Mono-normal. If I recall correctly, Coco. Oh, that's right. We're in Mount Pyre. I want to do every battle in this game. Even and especially the optional ones here. So we are working our way up through the optional section of Mount Pyre before we go do the required section where we battle Team Aqua at the top. Ah, you finished Mono Normal and finished Mono Bug. Look at you go. Well done, Coco. How did that go? I remember you talking about Scolipede in your Mono Poison and Mega Butterfree in another run. Did you use those again in Mono Bug, or did you go with a different strategy and a different team? Battle number 1 of the optional section of Mount Pyre. We have a Gengar and a Rhyperior. That special attack drop might hurt Noivern a bit. We're still gonna go first. Rhyperior is, of course, very scary. This thing is going to annihilate Noivern. Annihilate Noivern with an Ice Punch. Noivern notably has Mountaineer, so it's immune to Rock-type attacks, but Rhyperior has Ice Punch, which is going to destroy Noivern, frankly. But tell you what, let's Giga Impact the Rhyperior. That is a fighting-type move due to Mineshao's Qigong ability, I think. It's the fighting spirit part of that. Yes, but you didn't use Mega Butterfree at the end. I like the variety in the teams that you use. That's cool. It sounds like you used Scolipede again. With the same strategy, primarily using it for Baton Pass. And Noivern, we can use Boom Burst. This is going to go first and deal just a little bit of damage to Rhyperior. And then we will finish it off with the Giga Impact. Boom Burst also notably would be normal type and wouldn't affect Gengar, but Noivern has Air Relate. Pretty similar, yes. Cool. That does sound like an awesome use case for Scolipede. Oh, that stamina might save Rhyperior. Its defense might be high enough to save it from Giga Impact. Other members were Scyther, Slitherwing. Oh my goodness. That was horrific. This Rhyperior is going to be a problem. Scyther, Slitherwings, Durant, Kricketune, and Mega Shedinja. I love the Mega Shedinja inclusion. Excuse me, controller. Can I get control? Thank you. Oh, what am I going to do about that? Rhyperior. Lantern? And use Icy Wind. Rhyperior, Solid Rock, taking 35% less damage from that Giga Impact. And because Giga Impact didn't kill, Mineshao's not getting a turn here. Ouch. Wow. Sorry, Mineshao. We're gonna do it to you. Probably worth it to get the Rhyperior out of there. Did that not deal damage to Mineshao? That skipped Mineshao. I thought Sparkling Aria hit all Pokemon. Yeah. Why did that not deal damage to Mineshao? That is confusing, but I am not... I do not know how that happened, but I am certainly not complaining. You then started Mono Steel. And but was far away from your PC. Okay, so you're running Mono Steel on your PC and Mono Fire on your phone. Let's see here. Haxorus and Jinx. I'm impressed that you're keeping two very high difficulty monotype runs going at the same time. How's Mono Steel been for you? Steel is my favorite type, bar none. So I'm very curious to hear how that one's going. Oh. One shot the Jinx, but not before the fake out. Oh. Okay, that's a gross... That's a gross Haxorus. Would Empoleon be faster than it? We can try. Yes, it would. Much faster. So that Haxorus is very scary, but we're going to take care of it here with Powder Snow. The Monosteel run before Roxanne was brutal because there's like 7 choices. That does sound rough. That sounds like a rough start, but has it... I see that you're just past Brawly. Oh, wow. So 7 usable steel types before Roxanne, but 7 more Pokemon that aren't steel yet. They become steel upon evolving, so you can't use them in that run yet. That's brutal. Why the Protect? I'm just going to speed through that turn. Unnecessary Protect, just lengthening the battle. Yeah, come on. Thank you. Choo-choo. Do I need to be tracking wins here? Do I actually need to be tracking wins in this run? That might not actually be necessary. But oh well. Now this looks like an interesting battle, because we're going to get a super effective hit with Boom Burst. That Hitmonlee is very fast. Holy cow. And because of Noivern's ambush ability, this is a guaranteed crit. Awesome. And now the Dynamic Punch goes off, and Hariyama should go down. Excellent. Great start. Far more usable Pokemon after the first 2 gyms, and quite good. Nice, I'm glad to hear it. I may... Excuse me, cat. I'm streaming right now. I do not know, I have not decided, but I may do a Monosteel run at some point. Because it's just such a cool type. I've never done a Monotype run or a Nuzlocke of this game. To be honest, though, I can't imagine Nuzlocking this thing. This game is... I am not good enough at Pokemon to Nuzlocke this thing. The only one that still doesn't have the Steel type yet is Gimmighoul. That thing evolves quite late, doesn't it? I'm glad that Cloyster had Sturdy. I wasn't considering the extra damage from the crit when I clicked Boom Burst, but I'm glad that has Sturdy so that the Giga Impact gets the kill. Giga Impact getting that kill means Mineshaw can go this turn. Steelix moved first due to Coil Up. Its Iron Fangs had priority. But since it just used that, it's not going to have priority this time. And we can count on both of our Pokemon going first. Are you a trainer? No. You're not a trainer either. What do you say, madam? Oh, Sag. Moving on. 3 Pokemon, starting with a Wobbuffet and an Alakazam. Telekinesis means that its first move will hit? Question mark? I do not recall. Wobbuffet. Ooh. They gave this thing innards out. That's gross. No thank you. Destiny Bond and innards out doesn't make much sense to use at the same time. Destiny Bond kinda invalidates innards out, doesn't it? This thing doesn't have counter, though. It looks like it just has mirror coat. Oh, but I can get the kill on Alakazam here. That's probably worth it. If I use Boom Burst, Mineshow speed will increase to above Alakazam's, which means Mineshow should go before Alakazam on this turn. And take out Alakazam with the Dynamic Punch. And I just need to hope very much that Wobbuffet does not use Mirror Coat on Noivern. Could have been faster on the fire run. Oh, I see. I spent time playing other games. I get that. Me too. Certainly nothing wrong with that. After all, I don't recall you describing your Supreme Monochamp challenge. What's the word that I'm looking for? Oh gosh. Qualifications? No, there's a more accurate word. Criteria? I don't recall that criteria involving speed. Just that you document doing all these runs. Ah. I was wondering, nope, I was wondering when you would bring up Pokemon Unite. I apologize if the mic is picking up the squeakiness of my chair. The speed part is just that you took your sweet time. Yeah, I get that. I get that. I mean, hey. I've been taking my sweet time in this run that I'm streaming right now. I was wondering when you would bring up Unite. I have been seeing a lot of feedback about how Pokemon Unite has been dealing with Mega Pokemon. Hey, Micro, good to see you again. Welcome. I suppose it is an assumption. It is presumptive of me to assume that you're talking about Mega Pokemon. Not even the Mega thing that made something worse? Oh no. Do tell. I haven't seen any discourse. Removed coins. Oh? Pardon? How? That's the free currency in the game, right? Where like unlocking a Unite license took however much I don't play Unite. Don't. That's alright. That's perfectly okay. I'm not a big fan, but I have fond memories of what I have played of it. I just also I happen to still be subscribed to the Pokemon Unite subreddit. I haven't bothered to unsubscribe from that, so I've been seeing posts. I think that's the kindest way for me to say what I've seen, the feedback that I've seen. But I didn't know they removed the coins. I didn't know that they'd removed the free currency. How does that even work? So there's a Hypno right now. Okay. To obtain Unite licenses, to obtain Pokemon, which would have taken the coins, you have to obtain points that serve to buy them. Okay, so the same function as coins. Said points are harder to obtain than coins. Some Pokemon are cheaper, some are more expensive than they would have been with the coins. Ouch. What a brutal change. Do you have to earn the points separately for each Pokemon? Like Charizard points, Blaziken points, Azumarill points. Or are they, broadly speaking, just arbitrary points? And they've removed one arbitrary currency and replaced it with another arbitrary currency that's harder to get. That Coco is absolutely bizarre. What? Pokemon are obtainable in an order? That's brutal. Why? That makes so little sense to me. Or at least I can imagine it making a little bit of sense with explanation. I just can't imagine what that explanation would be. I can't imagine the justification for that. Maybe it's to gatekeep more complicated Pokemon behind simpler Pokemon. Is this the one time I say riot? Sure, I get that. Not having that problem because, I mean, players who already have all the Pokemon. So Delmise, I understand, is one of, if not the newest Pokemon, I think, question mark? Do you really have to get every other Pokemon on the roster before getting the newest one? And yeah, as they release new Pokemon, it will become a problem for people, for current players who already have the rest of them. Change happened today, can't really say. Yeah, okay. That is very recent. That's... Well, I look forward to hearing more about it. I look forward to hearing more about it. I'm having a hard time thinking about how that could be healthy for the game. Especially needing to get every other Pokemon before the newest one. Because if I consider what a new player might be looking to do, like, oh, Kama-O is going to be immune to everything that Toxtricity does because it does only sound-based moves. Dang. Anyway, if I imagine myself as a new player for any game, really, not just Pokemon Unite, but any game, when I look at the news for this game, patch notes, the advertisements and whatnot, games tend to advertise their newest update. Games tend to advertise their newest update. And if I, as a new player, am flooded with advertisements for this newest Pokemon, but I can't get or play the newest Pokemon, or the newest game mode, or the newest patch, but it's all that the game is putting in front of me, it's all that it's advertising to me, that doesn't feel good. I didn't have my audio on. I just realized. I looked over at OBS and noticed that my mic is picking me up, but my game audio is muted. So let's turn that on. You missed your... Oh, I'm so sorry, Coco. That's brutal. Oh, man. Toxtricity is just useless here. Dang, dude, that's brutal. Okay. Sorry, Lantern. Oh! I didn't expect it to deal that much. That is... Coco, that is my experience with MOBA games as well. I am so sorry. I must admit I don't have a ton of experience with MOBAs, but yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, that's a brutal experience. Okay, hopefully Empoleon can do something here. How's the speed going? Empoleon first, then Toxtricity. Okay, Toxtricity won't be able to do a darn thing. But do I want to guaranteed take out the Kama-O? Or risk... Yeah, I think we take out the Kama-O. Lost 10 of your 15 matches. Dang. That is gross. And right when you were on the cusp. I'm so sorry. Goodness gracious. I think I've knocked out as many of my own Pokemon as my opponent has. Teammates ending up AFK or ignoring an objective. Yeah. Such as this. This is the way. This is the MOBA experience. We're going to do Meteor Mash, and then Overdrive, and finally not deal damage to one of my own Pokemon. Limp across the finish line in this battle. Okay, next up. Okay, so we've got Trick Room here. Automatic Trick Room. Which is really rough because my two Pokemon here rely on going very fast. What do I do with this? Mineshaw is probably about to get Psychicked by Beheeyem, so if I bring in Toxtricity, it is part dark, and it'll be immune to that. Yeah. Dhelmise is not the most recent Vaporeon is. Hey, I'm glad they added Vaporeon finally. Mega Gyarados tomorrow. I will have to keep an eye on Reddit. See what people say about Mega Gyarados. I have not heard kind things about the other Megas. Let's take out Mineshaw, put in Toxtricity. It's part dark, and hope very much that Gardevoir doesn't go for Dazzling Gleam. It really should use Dazzling Gleam. It really should use Dazzling Gleam. No reason it can't. I am not well equipped to swap in with anything here. Let's bring in Metagross. Double swap turn 1. This is going to be quite a battle. The return of overbuffed Glaceon. Oh my gosh, it used Psychic. Both of them. Oh. Wow. Synchronoise and Boom Burst would both deal heavy damage to Metagross, so I will go with Overdrive here. And Meteor Mash Gardevoir. Oh, wow. Now Gardevoir goes. It's probably going to take out Metagross. Yeah. Ah, okay. Not great. Not a strong start in this battle. That chunky baseline is doing darn near nothing. Let's try Lantern here. Is there still Trick Room? Yes, but at least Lantern is going before Gardevoir. Dang. This should be the last turn of Trick Room, though. Let's take the most powerful and hated move in Pokemon Unite and buff it a lot. Because its Pokemon has a skin. What a business model. That's power. That's powerful. Micro, if you happen to still be there, I noticed you say you don't play Pokemon Unite, and all we've been talking about is Pokemon Unite. So I want to ask, how have you been? How are you doing? What have you been up to? There we go. I wasn't worried about the rest of that Gallade was the last Pokemon, so I sped through that turn. Let's go up another floor. Only one trainer battle on this one. Got too close to the frozen fox at the wrong time. And just get absolutely chunked. We love overtuned characters. So both of the enemy Pokemon are going to be immune to my fighting moves, and that's rough, but we can still use Boom Burst and deal some damage with Whirling Strikes. I'm going to take a sip of water here. Oh, I apologize if that was very, very loud. I hit my mic. Lovely start to this battle. Very much unlike the previous few. Let's do that again. This Whirling Strikes will actually probably take care of this. Actually, probably. Was it necessary to say both of those? Oh well. Go-to defender gets nerfed? Which one was that? Who's your go-to defender? Mamoswine. Well, even though Mamoswine got nerfed, I am glad for you that the set that was nerfed was not the one you tend to use. Been playing Payday 2. Trying to 100%. That's really cool. That's a cool goal. How's that been going? How do you feel about your efforts to 100% that so far? Oh, what a fast Samurott. We use Boom Burst here. This should deal heavy damage to the Machamp. I wasn't planning on that killing the Samurott. Not even 10% of the way. I believe in you. It still sounds like a great goal. And I believe in you. I'm sorry. There are 1,328 achievements? Is that a typo? Am I reading that wrong? I'm sorry? 1,328 achievements. I need to Google this. What? Payday to achievements. 1,328. Oh my word. That is obscene. Hey. Power to them. Power to you. What a goal. So Mamoswine. Mamoswine, I got to stop hitting my mic. Another Trick Room team. Dang. Alright, this is about to be nasty, isn't it? Noivern can still probably do something here. So Mamoswine deals a lot of damage for Defender. And is really good at punishing. Stunning and punishing people. That's cool. That sounds like a very active Defender. The words that come to mind are offensive Defender, but that might not make sense. In that pushing. Oh, I see. So like pushing your lane. That still makes sense. What are your two problems trying to 100% Payday 2? What two problems are you seeing? So obviously both of them are going to go before I can move. Wait, is Noivern immune to sound-based moves itself? No, it is not. That's probably a choice ability then. Let me check. No. It doesn't get soundproof at all. Okay. Problem 1. Majority of the achievements are locked behind DLC. What? One of the DLCs requires you to buy other games? That's curious. I see the business decision, and I'm sure it's a cool crossover. It's a neat callback for players of both games. I'm sure that feels neat. But requiring that for achievements and that's rough. So Mamoswine, I see what you mean. Not pushing your lane, not pushing for your team, but literally shoving the opponents around. Sounds like a neat Pokemon. Sounds like very satisfying to play. Like you just do what you want with the enemy team. There's little they can do about it. This earthquake might actually secure the kill on Meowstic. Hey! Nice. That was rough. Trick Room teams do me in pretty good. Ooh, yes, please. I would love to hear about the hardest achievement. I scrolled through the list of 1,328 achievements and saw that several of them, only 0.5% of Payday 2 players had gotten them. So it sounds like there are several very difficult achievements, but which one do you think is the hardest? You have to kill a bulldozer. The strongest cop type. What a curious name for a type of cop. You have to kill it with a knife. That's such a simple sounding achievement, but I imagine it's very involved. Oh, wow. I didn't realize Mamoswine's high horsepower would work like that. Coco, I didn't realize you could push them out of their own base. Or do you mean, like, push them out of their scoring zone? Ah, I see, yeah. So if a bulldozer melees you, you're either dead or almost. I imagine then killing one with a knife. I believe you, basically. What I was going to get across, or try to get across with that sentence was, yeah, that certainly sounds like a very difficult achievement. I believe you. Oh, so close on that Spiritomb. Shout out to Focus Sash. No thank you. Oh, dang. I was hoping that Frostbite would take care of the Spiritomb. Okay, so we are no longer... I have to Whirling Strikes the Spiritomb, because I can't guarantee that Empoleon will wake up. And Empoleon only gets a free Ice Beam after using a Fire-type move. So let's use Flamethrower. Oh no. Heck. What's giving that Dusknoir priority? Unless I read the speed order wrong. I thought Empoleon was going to get a chance to go first there. I'm curious. Sure. I'm glad to. What are all the difficulties in Payday 2? I have zero experience with this game, so I'd love to hear about it. This is gonna take out my own Empoleon as well. But it was asleep, not like it was doing much. Okay, Coco, I can visualize that now. I can visualize Mamoswine dashing around, taking enemies with it. Thank you for describing that. And that looks like all of the trainers in this section of Mount Pyre. Are there any unique Pokemon up here? Maybe, but none that I particularly want. Okay, wow. That is a lot, Micro. I do not remember which of these to take. Let's take the top one. Nope, that was not it. Overkill, Mayhem, Death Wish, and Death Sentence. Wow. Those sound thematic. Those sound like you're gonna get what you sign up for. Oh. Technically there's an 8th one, but it's a modifier. How does that work? Okay, what do we have outdoors? We have Hisui and Zorua. Very, very good boy. I already have one, though. Have I already been out here? I have a Medicham, Zorua. I have a Bronzong, apparently. Yeah, I think I have taken my choices here. This guy, I remember being a real doozy. So I think if I battle this guy, we'll go over the time that I allot for myself streaming. So I apologize if this is sudden, but I am going to call it here. The 8th difficulty, that's modifier 1 down. Oh, I see. So it sounds like the most difficult that Payday 2 can get is playing on Death Sentence difficulty with 1 down turned on, so that you only have 1 life. Oh, wow, Coco. The Ice Fangs does a lot. It sounds like high horsepower into Ice Fangs is a real devastating wombo combo. And there's an achievement for Death Sentence 1 down completion 50 times. There it is. That sounds brutal. Oh, you know what I should do? I should save. Yeah, folks, I'm sorry if this sounds sudden, but I am going to call it here. Next time I stream, we will start with this battle. I might be proven wrong next time, but I remember this battle being really rough. I remember having problems with this battle in a couple runs in the past. But that's where we're going to call it for today. Let's turn off that and go back here. Ice Fangs can let Mamoswine move the target. Oh, cool. So it'll flip them over your back. That sounds like a very versatile, very mobile defender Pokemon. I can see why you like it. I can see why you like playing as Mamoswine. Okay, folks, that's what I have for y'all today. Thank you very much for joining me in today's stream, or if you're watching the VOD, thank you very much for clicking on me and sticking around this long. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, Coco, that's what I mean. That's what I meant earlier when I said punish. I understand that I misread your message. You said push, and I read punish, but that's what I mean when I say punish. If someone, is just a little bit out of position, you punish that with Ice Fangs and then high horsepower. Ice Fangs to grab them and then get them even farther out of position for your team to pick off. That's still such an awesome combo. That sounds like it would feel really good to pull off. Thanks very much for joining me today. Thank you for clicking on me. I appreciate that so much every time. No expectations, of course. I do not expect any of that, but participating in chat and watching my VODs certainly makes this easier and more fun for me to do. It was good to see y'all today. Good to see you, Micro. Good to see you, Coco. My next scheduled stream should be next Wednesday at 3, which would be December 10th. No, actually, speaking of that, next Wednesday, the 10th, I can actually say this well in advance now, not just the day of. But on Wednesday the 10th, I have a scheduled thingy that's going to keep me at work, so I will not be able to stream on the 10th. But on Thursday the 11th, I'm saying that is my next scheduled stream. On Thursday the 11th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, I will return, and we will continue working our way through Mount Pyre. Thank you very much. It was good to see y'all. Have a good one. See y'all next time.